Go with the next algorithm, that is k-medoids. I am just showing this algorithm with a very few points, important points and important strategies. You just look at it. Okay. So as all of we know that these are unsupervised learning, that is, these are the five at the left hand side, five different kinds of animals are there. So based on the unsupervised learning, you will have to make a cluster of the three different kinds of animals. Like rabbit is part of one cluster, this porcupine is a part of another cluster, and the three birds, okay, those three birds are part of the same clusters. Okay, so this is a general unsupervised learning or clustering algorithm, how it looks like. So k-means I have already discussed, and k-medoid is also a part of the partitioning methods. Okay, it's also called a partitioning around medoids. Okay, so the algorithm was proposed in 1987 by Kaufman and Rossovi, and a medoid can be defined as the point in the cluster whose dissimilarity with all the other points in the cluster is minimum. Okay, so what is medoid? Medoid can be defined. Medoid is actually an extension of that median. Okay, median concept. All of you have the median concept that we are going to use it. The middle element, you can say, and medoid is actually extension part or extension concept of a median. Okay, so the medoid can be defined as the point in the cluster whose dissimilarities with all the other points in the cluster is minimum. Okay, the dissimilarity can be measured with the help of this formula. Okay, so pi minus ci mod. So all of you know that if you put summation, this formula is applied for only one object. Okay, that pi is the ith object and ci is the medoid of a particular cluster I. Okay, and if we apply this concept for all the other objects, then we will put a summation before of it. Okay, so it will just look like that sum of square, but here the square should not be used in case of k-medoids. Please remember, the square should not be used. It will be used only a subtraction. Okay, for calculating the objective function, or you can say the optimization function of the k-medoids algorithm, right? So this is the general step of k-medoids algorithm. Select k random points out of n data points as medoids. Select random points out of n data points as medoids and associate each data point to the closest medoid by using any common distance metric method. Okay, we will before enter into the k-medoids, how we can find the medoid that we are going to learn. Okay, so mean is always affected by the extreme values. Median is better choice for the same. I have already told medoid is nothing but an extension of the median value. So here we generally follow the concept of median instead of mean. Okay, because mean is affected by extreme value. I already showed you that if the new value with a 200 value, a new data with a 200 value inserted in your existing data sets, it will actually affected the mean or influence the mean values, and it will create an overall the arithmetic mean of the overall cluster will be disbalanced. So that's why we prefer to follow the median. Okay, for a particular, suppose this cluster, this data value has been given to you 1 to 300. So in that case, you understand which example I have already given to you. So 1 and 2 is the very closest to data observation, whereas 300 is the much more dispersed data observation. Okay, and it will create a bad mean value of that cluster means. Okay, for the particular k-means algorithm. So that's why we are actually following median, which is better choice than mean. Okay. The cluster prototype is not an actual observation, mean equal to 101. So in that case, mean should be 101. That I already told you. If we are dealing with one feature, median is the middlemost value of if arranged. Okay, if we arrange the features into an ascending order, then median is actually middlemost value, which I already showed you. Okay, in my statistical discussion. So as an example, for value 148, if we arrange this value in ascending order, the value is already arranged in ascending order 148. So 4 is the median value, the middle value. Okay, the middlemost value. Okay. If there are even number observation, even number se ki kortam, either we can choose 4 or 6, okay, or we can choose a arithmetic mean of between these two middle value, 4 plus 6 divided by 2. So generally we prefer to choose 4 and 6. Why? Because we don't want to insert a new value. Jodi amra arithmetic value ta ekhane calculate korte, that means 6 plus 4 divided by 2, that means 5. Then 5 will be appeared as a new value, and we don't want that a new value as a part of this observation. We want the value will be acted like a mean, acted like a median, which will be part of the given observation. Okay, we don't want to include any new observation. Okay, so either we can choose 4 or we can choose 6 as a value. Okay, now this is the first way of method of how we can calculate the medioid. Medioid definition. There are two methods: medioid definition 2 and medioid definition 1. Try to understand. So when we are dealing with more than one feature, then it is called medioid. Okay. So suppose these are the number of observations has been given to you, O1 to O5. These also the same observation O1 to O5. So these are matrix form. Okay, of two kind of observation has been given to you. So these are the corresponding distances. Okay, these are the corresponding distances between these two observations. Right. Now we will calculate or we will assume the maximum distance from each and every observation. For O1 observation, 3.2 is the maximum distance. For O2 observation, 4.1 is the maximum distance. For O3 observation, 4 is the maximum distance. In this way, we will calculate this final table with all the observation along with all the maximum distances. Right? So among these observation of all the maximum distances, we will choose the minimum one. Which observation will give the minimum one among these maximum distances? O1. Okay, 3.2. Okay, and that will be acting like our median value. That will be acting like our median value in this case. Okay, that will be acting like our median value in this case. Right. Okay. Now, so these are the 3 points which we have. Okay, and this is the new observation that we are calculating distance from this 3 points: 1 minus 1 0, 1 minus 2 1, 1 minus 300 299. 2 minus 1 1, 2 minus 2 0, and 2 minus 300 298. So in this way we'll calculate the observations, and here from here we can see that there is a huge dispersity, okay, from the distances compared to other two distances. Okay, compared to other two distances. So from here if we calculate the maximum, 299 is the maximum. Here we'll calculate 298 is the maximum. Here we calculate 298 is the maximum. And among these 3 maximum, which one is the minimum? 298. So 298 will be your final median value. Okay, instead of taking the mean, আমরা mean কত পেতাম এখানে? If we take the mean, we will get the mean 101. Okay, which is not good because it is totally dispersed from the all the 3 observations. But here we are calculating the value of 298 as a median. Okay. Now medioid definition 2. The second definition of the medioid. What is the second definition? Step 1 means you can calculate medioid either by the definition 1 or by the definition 2. And mostly we are preferring to calculate the medioid with the help of definition 2 instead of definition 1. Because definition 1, you understood, it's a very much complex and it will take lots of effort and time. It's a expensive calculation. It's an expensive calculation because lots of calculation you have to do. You have to handle a matrix in cross n table to calculate the medioid. Okay. Instead of that, you will calculate the medioid in such a way it is a much more easier one. So medioid definition 2 and less expensive as well. Okay. First step 1, calculate the mean. Step 2, find distance of the points from the mean. Step 3, the one with the lowest distance from mean is the medioid. Clear? So first calculate the mean. So we have to calculate the mean of all the observation and then find the distance of the points from the mean. So suppose this is the final distance of all the 5 points, O1, O2, OT, or all the 5 observations. Okay. And we will calculate the lowest distance from the mean, that is called the medioid. So which one is the lowest distance from the mean? That is 2.5. That is called the medioid. So our next medioid will be 2.5. So for this one, for this data value, okay, we will have a medioid of 2.5. Okay.
Yes.
Now the last step that I want to show you, which actually represents the algorithm. Look at this figure very, very carefully. Okay. So what K-medioid algorithm tells you? That is the most important. What K-medioid algorithm tells you? So initially, this is the algorithm, the last 3 steps. This is 4 steps, please everyone look at it. Initially, select K random points as the medioids from the given n data points of the data sets, right? First, K random points we have to select, which will act like a medioids, okay? initially. This is also guess. Second, associate each data point to the closest midpoint by using any of the common distance metrics. So associate each data point with the closest midpoint by using any of the common distance metrics we use. Okay. Third, for each pair of non-selected object H and selected object I, calculate the total swapping cost. Now, swapping is performs a very important role. These two steps are the two, you can say the two sub steps of a K-midpoint algorithm. One is build step, another one is swap test. Build step means where you are building the initial step. That means the K random points which will act like a midpoint, initial midpoints, and then calculate the distances from all the observation from those midpoints. That is the build step. And swap test, what is the swap test? You have to swap the midpoint values with the new random objects. How you are going to swap? Check out this figure. There are 4 cases based on which you can swap those values. 4 case ache. What is the first case? Look at this very carefully. Which one is the midpoint value here? Ekhane P value taka bola hoche midpoint value. That is your initial guess. Try to understand. This P value is the midpoint value. That is your initial guess. Okay. Now, case 1. P currently belongs to representative object OJ. Suppose P OJ songe connected. Currently belongs to a representative object OJ. Right? If OJ is replaced by O random, as a representative object, and P is closest to one of the representative object OI, I not equals to J, then P is reassigned to OI. Tamane P OJ songe connected, but P এর সঙ্গে OI এর distance আর P এর সঙ্গে O random এর distance এই দুটো আমি calculate করব. Which distance is the closest or minimum? So that object OJ will be replaced by that new object. The P is reassigned to OI. The P টা আবার নতুন object OI দিয়ে reassigned হয়ে যাবে. So P আগে কার সঙ্গে assign ছিল? আগে OJ দিয়ে assign করা হতো. এখন nearest দুটো object আছে OI and O random. এই দুটোর মধ্যে যার distance টা smallest from the P, that object will be assigned with it. মানে এখানে কিন্তু নিউ ক্লাস্টার মিডপয়েন্ট বা নিউ ক্লাস্টার মিন কিন্তু আমি ক্যালকুলেট করছি বাই রিপ্লেসিং দ্য অবজেক্ট হুইচ ইজ দ্য নিয়ারেস্ট অবজেক্ট। ওকে, অ্যামং দিস টু। নাও কেস 2, ইন কেস অফ কেস 2 কি বলছে? সাপোজ দিস আ P currently belongs to representative object OJ. P currently belongs to representative object OJ. Okay, if OJ is replaced by O random as representative, যদি OJ টা O random দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করা হয়, সাপোজ ধরো তুমি OJ টাকে চাইছো O random দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করে দিতে। ওকে, O random is any random object which you want to check. মানে কি বলতে চাইছি বুঝতে পারছো? যে OJ, when you are going to replace OJ with O random, you will have to again calculate the cost function. বারবার তোমাকে এই রিপ্লেসমেন্টটা করে কস্ট ফাংশনটা ক্যালকুলেট করে দিতে হবে। For which replacement you will get the minimum cost function or the smallest cost function, that replacement you will take as your final replacement. কি বলছি বুঝতে পারছো? So OJ is the existing replacement. মানে ধরো শুরুতেই OJ এর সঙ্গে P connected, that means OJ is the nearest object or existing replacement of P. Now OJ কে তোমাকে রিপ্লেস করতে হবে by a random object O random. You have to replace OJ by a random object O random. And P is closest to O random, এবং P টা O random এর থেকে সবথেকে ক্লোজেস্ট। তাহলে তুমি কনফার্মলি O র্যান্ডমটা দিয়েই OJ টাকে রিপ্লেস করবে। ইন দিস কেস কি ছিল? OJ টাকে তুমি রিপ্লেস করছো বাই O random, বাট হেয়ার এখানে দেখা যাচ্ছে P is closest to OI compared to O random, OI এর থেকে বেশি ক্লোজেস্ট O random এর থেকে। So that's why OJ is replaced by OI instead of O random. This is the case 1. This is the case 2. If P is closest with O random, the OJ object will be replaced by O random. So P is also closest from O random compared to all the other objects. So that's why it is successfully replaced the OJ with the O random. That is the case 2. Case 3 কি বলছে? P currently belongs to object OI. P OI object এর কাছে belong করছে। এখানে existing belongness এখানে আছে OI. I not equals to J. If OJ is replaced by O random as a representative object, যদি OJ টা O random রিপ্লেস করা হয় as a representative object, and P is still closest to OI, মানে রিপ্লেস করার পরও দেখা যাচ্ছে P টা OI থেকেই ক্লোজেস্ট হচ্ছে, মানে OI থেকে ওর মিনিমাম ডিসটেন্স হচ্ছে, then the assignment does not change. So এখানে অ্যাসাইনমেন্টটা চেঞ্জ হওয়ার কোনো জায়গা নেই, বিকজ এই দুটো এক্সচেঞ্জ হলেও কিছু এসে যায় না, বিকজ P is closest to OI. But here in this case এক্সচেঞ্জ হলে কিন্তু তাদের প্রবলেম, বিকজ we have to calculate the distance from the new O random with the existing OI. Okay. Case 4 বলছে কি? P currently belongs to OI. This straight line, straight line means it's already existing. P currently belongs to OI. Okay, I know J. If OJ is replaced by O random, যদি OJ টা O random replace করা হয়ে থাকে, if OJ is replaced by O random as a representative object, P is closest to O random, then P is reassigned to O random. এবং দেখছি যে P টা O random এ closest, তো P is reassigned to O random. মানে এই case 4 and case 2 টা is very much similar with each other. Only the object has been changed. In the first case, case 2, OJ was its existing object, and in case 4, OI was its existing object. Okay, so these are the 4 replacement strategy. Now এবার দেখো যখন নিউমেরিক্যাল এক্সাম্পলটা আমি করব, আমাদের এত কিছু ভাববার দরকার নেই, এটা জাস্ট তোমাদের replacement strategy you have to know, okay, because in K-medoid this kind of replacement strategy has been used. Now when we are doing this observation, this is the final one. Look at this table very, very carefully. Okay, X and Y 2 dimension data has been given to you. Okay, we are applying K-medoid, soft test and cost. Okay, X and Y, and these are the 2 initial guess, M1 15 এই পয়েন্টটাকে আমি ইনিশিয়াল গেস হিসেবে নিলাম, না প্রথম স্টার্টিং মিডিওয়েড 15, আর M2 33 মানে এই পয়েন্টটাকে নিলাম অ্যাজ এ নেক্সট ইনিশিয়াল গেস. So we will assume that there are 2 partitions will be required, or 2 clusters, initial clusters will be required with these 2 initial points, right? Cost function we are going to calculate. Okay, yes please. Bolo
sir, leave sir. Sir, leave sir.
Huh? What?
Sir, leave sir. I am saying leave sir. Hello.
हाँ बोलो.
Sir, I am saying leave sir, please.
Leave means?
सर आप 10 मिनट बोले थे सर, ज्यादा हो रहा है.
ओ हो गया, यही लास्ट स्लाइड है, यही लास्ट स्लाइड है. दिस इज द लास्ट स्लाइड. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ओके, सो दिस इज अ कॉस्ट दैट वी आर गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट. ओके, सो each and every cases we will calculate a distance. Suppose these are the distances we have calculated from each and every point. দেখো ভালো করে দেখো, 1 minus 1 is 0, plus 5 minus 5 is 0. So 0 plus 0 means what? 0. Then 3 minus 1 is actually 2, and 3 minus 5 is actually 2. So 2 plus 2, 4. So in this way we will calculate distance for each and every points, and its corresponding cost function we are going to calculate. What is the cost function? The minimum distance between them. That is the cost function. Clear? This is the minimum distance. 0 is the minimum. Within 2, 2, 2 is the minimum. Within 3, 5, 3 is the minimum. Within 2, 2, 2 is the minimum. Within 1, 3, 1 is the minimum. Within 2, 6, 2, 2 is the minimum, and so on. বুঝতে পারলে? And this is the total cost. 22 is the summation of all this cost. This is the total cost. So this is a starting table. Starting table তোমার total cost টা কত দিচ্ছে? 22. The total cost have been given 22. This is the cost function has been shown to you. Okay, total cost has been given 22. এবার দেখো আমি কি করছি, আমি রিপ্লেস করছি এই মিডওয়েটকে উইথ এনি র্যান্ডম পয়েন্টস. ভেরি সিম্পল. সো আমি কোনটাকে রিপ্লেস করে দেখো, প্রথম মিডিয়ামটাকে রিপ্লেস করেছি. ওকে, দ্য মিডওয়েটস, প্রথম মিডওয়েটসটাকে রিপ্লেস করেছি M1 15. M1 15 টাকে আগে দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করেছি 19 দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করেছি. দেখো 19. ওকে, এটা সেমই আছে, 33 এর সেমই আছে. তো 19 দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করার পর এগেইন উই উইল ক্যালকুলেট অল দ্য কস্ট ডিস্টেন্সেস এন্ড দ্য করেসপন্ডিং কস্ট. এবার দেখো কস্টটা বেড়ে গেল. So obviously this replacement is not fruitful to us. Why? Because the cost has been increased. So আমি এই রিপ্লেসমেন্টটাকে ডিসকার্ড করে দিলাম. In the similar way we will do another replacement. ধরো 33 টাকে রিপ্লেস করলাম with the help of this 44. এই 44 দিয়ে রিপ্লেস করলাম. ঠিক আছে? Again we will check the cost. এবং তারপরে দেখলাম যে আমাদের কস্টটা কত হচ্ছে 20. Right? So our cost has been reduced. So this is our initial table which will be fruitfully updated with a less cost with a 20. So we will consider our next iteration with this table. আমাদের এই next দুটো পয়েন্ট হবে এইটা, এই দুটো পয়েন্ট. So in this way we will iterate until we will get the least cost and replacing all the points one after another. বুঝতে পারলে কি করতে হয় K-medoids এ? Understood? Very simple. এই স্টেটমেন্টটা বুঝতে পারলে, এই এক্সাম্পলটা বুঝতে পারলে, that is a very simple example that you will have to do for all the রিপ্লেসমেন্ট ফর অল দ্য পয়েন্ট, সব কটা পয়েন্টকে রিপ্লেস করে করে তার মিডিওয়াইজের সঙ্গে ক্যালকুলেট করে তার কস্ট ফাংশন তোমাকে ক্যালকুলেট করতে হবে। ফর হুইচ পয়েন্ট ইউ উইল গেট দ্য লোয়েস্ট কস্ট, দ্যাট উইল বি ইউর অপটিমাম সিলেকশন অফ দ্য মিডিওয়েটস। ওকে, ইজ ইট ক্লিয়ার টু ইউ? প্রত্যেকে বুঝতে পারলে?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This calculation is very clear to you, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So advantage disadvantage gulo ache, so this is a time comparison. You will read it by yourself. Okay, I'm just telling to you that the understand, easy to understand, easy to implement, and it's fast converges, okay, with a fixed number of step, and it is less sensitive to outliers compared to K-means, which I already told. So K-means is more sensitive to outliers, it is less sensitive to outliers. And disadvantage is that again the initial guessing is a problem. এখানেও মিডওয়েটস, ওখানে মিন কি ইনিশিয়াল গেস করতে হচ্ছে, এখানে we are making the initial guess for the midwives. Okay, so this is all about K midwives. Okay, everyone please practice it. I will upload this video in your Google Classroom. Please practice it. Okay, so in the next class we will start with another clustering algorithm, another kind of clustering algorithm, that is density based clustering or DBSCAN. Okay, density based clustering is सबसे popular जेटा, that is DBSCAN, density based clustering algorithm, that we are going to learn. Okay, so this is all about the partitioning methods and these two kind of clustering algorithm, K-means and K-midwives. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. So I am just close down the session. Okay, so
Okay, thank you, sir.
I
Thank you,
think
sir.
that, okay, I think that this Friday is a